Morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Mendes.
Morning, ma'am.
I'm Christine Joy Casilag, the HR manager, and this is Lagahuya, the mechanical department manager,
Morning, sir.
and Ms. Marjunieca, the HR head for benefit and compensation.
Morning, ma'am.
Morning. So, Mr. Mendez, in our company, Tour Daniel Incorporation Philippines, we are glad that you have accepted our interview invitation for you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Mendes, let's start. First, tell me about yourself.
So, ma'am, I am John R.D.S. Andres, living at 30 Malagasang Philippines, Cavite. So, I am a licensed mechanical engineer. I have graduated from Technological University of the Philippines, Manila, last March 2010. So, I am a mechanical engineer at Chiyoda Philippines Corporation. So, Chiyoda Philippines Corporation is an engineering, procurement, construction, and management company, which is a design engineering company. So, I have been in Chiyoda Philippines Corporation since April 2010.
Okay, how do you know this company?
So actually, Fleur Daniel Corporation Philippines, being one of the most top one EPCM company in the world, so it is easy to know this company. So actually, Fleur Corporation is a global engineering procurement, construction, and management company. So it's not easy. It's not hard to find a company like this.
What do you know about this company?
Actually, honestly speaking, Fleur Corporation is rather to say that a rival company of Chiyoda Philippines Corporation. Both company is an EPCM company, which is the main service is general engineering services. So, mean to say that what I'm working right now is also what you have been working in Fleur Corporation.
Okay, what challenges and problems do you face?
So so there are lots of problems that we have encountered in Chiyoda. But for example, in engineering design, we have some challenges in terms of piping sales loads, piping calculation. So these problems we have encountered is more of technical side. So we are trying to communicate or to isolate the problem with the concerned department. So we are currently communicating with piping department, the civil, structural, and architectural department for load calculation for foundations.
And why do you want to work here?
Actually, this is my dream company. Since that I have been an OPT at Chiyoda, so they hire me automatically. But I want to work or to experience how it feels in corporation.
Why do you leave your last job?
Actually, it is more of dream. I want to pursue my career as a mechanical engineer at Fleur Corporation. I have received many trainings in Chiyoda Philippines Corporation, but I believe it is my passion to be a mechanical engineer at Fleur Corporation, since that this is one of the most world renowned EPCM company.
Can you further explain the responsibilities in your previous job?
Being a mechanical engineer or equipment engineer in Chiyoda Philippines Corporation, my main responsibilities is or my main deliverables are first, I should prepare mechanical data sheets for certain equipments such as vessels, towers, columns, and then we need to prepare a request for quotation. So this RFQ, this is what we are making so that when we purchase the equipment, there are all the specs or what our clients needs for a certain equipment will be in the RFQ. So after that, we need to communicate with other disciplines, especially for piping, the civil, structural, and architectural group, the electrical for electrical loads, and other disciplines. So after that, we need to evaluate or what we call the vendor data or vendor document drawings review. So we need to ensure that all those drawings are in implementation or in right standards and codes.
So, you have written here in resume that you are knowledgeable in software such as AutoCAD and Compress. Can you further explain this?
Softwares, AutoCAD is our designing software for 2D. We need to model or to design our equipment that will be put in our machine so that the vendor will know what's the height or how long it will take, the diameter, the height of our equipment. So AutoCAD is we are using AutoCAD to design those 2D, only 2D model of our equipment, since that we are using a different software in terms of our 3D design. And Compress, we need to ensure that our equipment is designed as per standards of our some international goals like ASME. So we need to ensure that the required thickness of ASME will be our required thickness of our equipment. So Compress is our designing software to know what is the required thickness and if this equipment is passed according to ASME.
So, is there any other software that are you using for modeling?
Actually, we have some softwares, but we are not, as a mechanical equipment engineer, we are not using those software. But for example, we have SP3D for modeling 3D pipes. So, but we are not using those softwares.
Other from those softwares that you have mentioned, is there any that you are using in your previous company?
We are knowledgeable in HTRI or HTRI, meaning we say the Heat Transfer Research Institute. This software is like a Compress. Compress is using when we are dealing with equipment such as static equipment, such as pressure vessels, tanks. We are using Compress. But if we are designing a shell and tube heat exchangers, Compress is not allowed, so we are now using what we call HDR. Other from those two, we have some upload for dating, but as a static equipment, my main responsibilities is for equipments, columns. So we are only using, or we are only knowledgeable in terms of Compress and all.
So, how do you prepare data sheets?
Data sheets, this is data sheet is a document that we require or our main deliverables. These equipment data sheets, you will process it. Actually, it will be from process engineering department first, and then after the requirements of our process engineer, it will came from mechanical. It will be passed in mechanical. So, as the static equipment engineer, you are the sole or the main responsible for those information needed. We have some specification, project specification required. For example, the client wants the painting to be in safety yellow. We need to comply it in our data sheet. So we will make our notes in our data sheets that we need safety yellow since that this is the requirement of our client. Equipment data sheets will be prepared actually in consolidation with the comments of other disciplines. For example, piping. We need to know what are the required muscle calculations. We will input it in our data sheets. For electrical, if there are motors required, they need to specify what are the voltage, how many motors, and then what will be the scope of our vendor. In our CSA, we need to comply or we need to ask them if our equipment will be passed in their load calculation in terms of completion. So equipment data sheets mean to say that this is one of the most important documents that will be coming from mechanical. So it will take time to prepare it.
So what if there is a conflict between your documents? What should you do?
We have what we call the material requisition or MR or RFQ, request for quotation. This will state that in case of any conflict between our documents, we need to ensure that all the documents that we have sent to the vendor, to the other disciplines, they should be, or we say that is a mandatory, that it should be consistent. So if there is a conflict, we need to first ask our department, project lead, what will be the governing. But there is a precedence, we need to say that there is an order of precedence that states what will be our basis in case that conflict will arise. In terms of conflict, first we try to solve it personally. If we can try to find some documents that state, for example, if the conflict is the material to be used in our shell, there are some project specifications that telling that this material should be used in terms of shell of the tank. So that will be the process to resolve the conflict.
So what we said earlier, since you are a static engineer, are you willing to accept the offer as a rotating engineer?
Well, as a mechanical engineer, I know that there will be a lot of challenges and opportunity that will come ahead of me. So, being a static equipment engineer doesn't mean that I want to be a static equipment engineer forever. So, as you have said, I will consider to be a rotating equipment engineer. Maybe I have not the knowledge to become a rotating, since that I have knowledge in static equipment, but I am willing to learn and to expand my knowledge in terms of equipment.
So are you willing to work as a team or?
Well, actually, as a mechanical engineer and in my experience in my previous job, you cannot work alone. So you always have some inputs from different departments. As I have said earlier, you need to consult your equipment, to piping, to CSA group, to electrical, to control system. You can say that as a mechanical engineer, it is given that we need to work as a team.
So are you handling many people?
Right now, in my experience, I haven't handled any people. So I am directly reporting to our project lead.
So, Mr. Mendez, since that you are a global company, we are requiring some of our employees to be deployed in abroad for training and engineering support. So, are you willing to be relocated?
In terms of relocation, I will consider it. So I am willing to be relocated abroad, especially if it is for my basic. It is for techniques and engineering support. I will consider it.
Do you have any preference in terms of country or place?
Preference for country or place, I think none so far. But if I will ask, I want to be in maybe US, in part of Singapore, that's all. But none so far.
How long you will take to be in a foreign assignment?
I know that there will be some says that I need to stay in abroad for more than 1 month, maybe 3 months, 6 months, or 1 year. It depends to the need of the project or the company. But I think I can render abroad around, I think as long as the project is concerned, or as long as the project is concerned, as long as they need to be, they need me in abroad, I think I can consider, I can stay.
What picture? I need to be okay, Mr. Mendez, I have a question. What if we don't hire you?
If you will not hire me, maybe I will continue my work in the previous company. So, yeah, I will continue my work.
Okay, since our employees are the best asset of our company, what are your future plans after we hire you?
If you will hire me instead, actually, my plans are, if the mechanical department manager will permit, I want to have some trainings, more extensive trainings in terms of my related field, like static equipment trainings, to attend some conventions or seminars within or outside the Regner Philippines. So I know that as an engineer, our knowledge will not be stopped after we have graduated. So I need some more input, some training, some seminars, and given a chance, I want to lead a project so that I can expand my knowledge as a mechanical engineer.
Okay, I see. Any questions?
So how long it will take to go from your house to the office?
Actually, from our home to our police office, it takes around 45. Yeah, around maybe roughly estimated 30 to 45 minutes.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, sir.
What's the reason for it?
If there's a traffic, including the traffic from 45 minutes, maybe it will came from, it takes around 1.5 hours, including the traffic. Yeah. But I can came earlier from that. Of course, I know my responsibilities as an engineer here, so I will work it out that I will wake up early so that I can came to work as a responsibility. Actually, in my previous job, I have no any records for this or absences.
Mr. Mendez, do you have any expected salary?
Expected salary actually none so far. No.
How about the range of your expected salary?
Range. That is the hardest part of the question. Expected range actually, I'm not demanding. I know that I have only 3 years of experience, so I think around roughly estimate if you can give only that around 20 to 50, not probably 40, 50, but 40,000 pesos.
Let's see, we can give that to you.
Oh, thank you, ma'am.
How about the benefits now?
Actually, in our previous company, we have what we call, maybe what I expected here if you're being Philippines, that they can offer me more benefits, more valuable benefits for the employee. I know that I heard in my co-employee, they that here in Florida, you have what we call the MCR and MPR, which is Manila Community Relation, and the MPR is Manila Employee Relation. So here, you are always requiring a work-life balance. So I want to experience not only my work, so I want to have the work-life balance. I can go again relate to our different employees, so we can play. So aside from that, I want health card. Since that in our previous company we have the health card, for my qualified dependents. We have a gift check amounting to 3,000 pesos monthly, and then clothing and living allowance.
Okay.
Just in case that we will hire you, what is the earliest possible time that you can start?
Maybe for formality and for the safest answer that I can provide you, I think it is around 1 month, 30 days prior to my resignation for my previous employee. So I can turn over all my documents. I can prepare those who will in our goods document.
Do you have any questions?
Questions? Not so far.
So, thank you, Mr. Mendez, for your time. We will advise you after a week if you are qualified for that. So, expect it.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.